and welcome to another edition of Salukimania. I'm SIU writer Todd Hefferman, and back from Traverse City, Michigan, live in studio, the Southern sports editor Les Winkeler, here to talk some Saluki football. SIU is hosting Southeast Missouri State Saturday night at Saluki Stadium. It's the home opener for the Salukis. It'll be on the radio on the Saluki Radio Network, and you can also follow on our live blog at thesouthern.com that Les is probably going to host. He will be there. SEMO is 1-1. They beat a Division II team 30-18 last week. Mars Hill was the Division II team. They had 6 turnovers. SEMO had 4 of them, and it was 16-12 at the half. So SIU hasn't scored a single point off a turnover yet, but they may have an opportunity this weekend.
Right now they need a W. I mean that's the bottom line. The game at Eastern obviously was very winnable going in. Eastern played a great game. I thought the Saluki showed some improvement from what I've read and seen at Miami of Ohio, but they've absolutely got to get a W on the board this weekend.
Yeah, SEMO averages 238 yards rushing, but they played Central Michigan, which is an FBS opponent, and then Mars Hill, Division II. So it's kind of hard to gauge how good they're going to be. They do have 4 returning starters on offensive line. A couple of them are different positions. But the thing that I look at is SIU's run defense has been the one thing that's been solid both of their games. They did very well against the option last year. Now SEMO has a new quarterback. It's a redshirt freshman. They are going to try to run, and if SIU can keep them in 3rd and long, I think they're going to cruise on Saturday.
You know, even last year when the Saluki defense was very suspect, that they had a lot. They did play the run pretty well. It was the passing game that was the big bugaboo. But yeah, if and you just keep going back. I mean, this is the game they've got to win.
I think they have been progressively getting better too defensively. Their secondary took away one of the best receivers in the country, and they will. I doubt they will double team SEMO's guys just simply because they don't throw enough. But I do think defensively they have an edge, and offensively they've run the ball well, but Corey was not sharp last week, and he has to get better in that. And I think if he doesn't turn the ball over, I think they have a great shot.
Well, I didn't think he was particularly sharp at Eastern either. I mean, he made some nice throws, but there were also some throws that were behind receivers or overthrown, just missing people high out in the flat and stuff. So he can play better than he's shown, and he did play better last year toward the end of the year. So. I'm not as concerned about that as I am just seeing that the defense puts together a couple good weeks in a row.
Yeah, I'm looking ahead. I was looking ahead. Their schedule, they do get 3 of the next 5 games at home, but they are playing 3 nationally ranked teams during that stretch. They are at Youngstown State, they are hosting Northern Iowa, and I believe they are going to Fargo too to play North Dakota State in the next 5 weeks. So they've got to put it together here. If they are 0-3 going into that conference schedule that has 4 or 5 ranked teams already, I don't know how they're going to have a winning record.
Yeah, and the conference has really done pretty well this year. You just look in the newspaper every Sunday, and even the games that they're losing against quality opponents, they're playing them very well. But the Valley has beat some quality opponents too. Youngstown beat Pittsburgh, I believe, and there's a few other games in there that are just pretty impressive. So the league is stacked again this year, no question.
North Dakota State went and beat Colorado State, and Illinois State beat Eastern Michigan on the road. All FBS teams. The Valley's usually lucky if they get 1 a year, and now they've got 3 already. And Northern Iowa's played my Hawkeyes, and I'm scared to death it's going to be number 4. Could very well be this weekend. But nonetheless, SIU does need a win. They get a home game at least, and hopefully they will get a little bit of a push from the home crowd, I would hope.
Well, you would hope, with 0-2, playing your first home game when you're 0-2 isn't exactly the best case scenario. Mm-hmm. But historically, the Salukis have drawn well early in the season, so it would be nice to see hopefully the weather will stay nice and cool, and we'll have a big crowd out there at Saluki Stadium Saturday night, because that just adds to the atmosphere of college football. It's just not the same when you got empty stands.
Kickoff is at 6 p.m. The weather is about 72 and then 55, mostly sunny, so the weather shouldn't be an issue at this point. But hope to see you there. Kickoff's at 6 p.m., and we will be on the blog at 5:45 at thesouthern.com. Thanks for joining us.